What's going on, Dragon Ball fans? UnrealEntGaming here today to present a message out there for the entire community of Dragon Ball haters. And yes, you would be surprised on how many people out there just despise the entirety of Dragon Ball. Now, first things first, I want to touch on the subject of Dragon Ball Super, and this video will only cover Dragon Ball Super. Now, there have been a lot of people out there that were hyped and just like super stoked about Dragon Ball Super debuting back in July, and previous to that, before that, people were just like, oh man, I really can't wait to see what they're gonna do and whatnot. And then once Dragon Ball Super came out, the first 5 to 10 episodes, people weren't too fond of it. There were some people out there that were just, you know, making horrible remarks saying, oh, this is garbage, this is the worst thing that happened to anime. You'd be surprised on how many people out there just hate the fact that Dragon Ball Super right now is just recapping the movies and just going back and telling the stories on how it was before the Battle of Gods arc and then leading into Resurrection F and whatnot. People have based Dragon Ball Super thus far on its animation, on its dialogue. Granted, yes, Dragon Ball Super is not perfect. Dragon Ball Super has lots and lots of flaws, but you can't look at Dragon Ball Super and just call it one of the worst animes out there, or just call it complete trash based off of what you're seeing and what you're getting, because they are building off of this for specific reasons. Number one, they're not just appealing to the hardcore fans, they're going back and trying to catch the casual viewers as well. Remember, not everybody has seen the Battle of Gods movie and the Resurrection F movie, so there are people out there that generally don't understand what happened in between that, so they're recapping the story, in my opinion, in a much better way. And examples of that were when Goku fought Beerus in the show. It was really cool, it was extended, there were more scenes shown, and I thought that was really cool. And then there are people out there that just completely cannot stand Dragon Ball Super. They're saying, oh well, the animation looks so terrible, it looks like my little sister drew it out and stuff. If your little sister can draw out better stuff than what we see in Dragon Ball Super, then how come she's not a director or writer of her own anime? You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal, there's not one anime out there that's completely perfect. Every single anime show out there has its own flaws in their own little way, shape, or form. There's not one anime out there, whether it's Naruto, One Punch Man, Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball, Gundam, One Piece, whatever it is you want to look at, there's not one anime out there. Fairy Tail, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, there's nothing out there that's perfect. So every anime does have its flaws, but in particular right now, Dragon Ball Super is being looked at as a giant cash grab because they're recapping movies. You guys, you have to also understand that people out there haven't seen the Resurrection F and Battle of Gods movies, so they're trying to appeal to those fans as well. You also have to take in the fact that after the Resurrection F movie, they're going to appeal to the hardcore fans by creating the God of Destruction tournament. That's awesome. That is something that we've never seen before, nor have we thought would happen between both Beerus and Champa. So there's more Dragon Ball content that's coming in the future that's going based off of what's going on in the movies. Again, guys, there is no anime out there at all, I believe. Bikini Warriors, Death Note, Code Geass, Detective Conan, Yu Yu Hakusho, Young Blackjack, Future Card Buddy Fight, Bleach, Attack on Titan, High School DxD. There's no anime out there that is perfect. So if you're a Dragon Ball hater out there, you guys can just take that BS somewhere else. Especially, the one thing that I cannot stand are those people that talk so much shit about Dragon Ball, like during its early duration, like, oh yeah, episode 1 through 5, it was so boring, I'm never gonna watch Dragon Ball again. But when shit hits the fan and there's a lot of great things happening, they want to come back and like, oh yeah, so I've been a Dragon Ball fan ever since the very first episode, you know, I've always respected Dragon Ball Super, I've always liked it and stuff. Nah, get out of here with that nonsense, man. Either you love it or you hate it. Period, end of story, end of debate. There is no in between that. And what pisses me off is the fact that I'm a very passionate Dragon Ball fan, and throughout all the BS, throughout all of the nonsense that's been going on with Dragon Ball, I have stuck around both through the good and the bad, and I've always appreciated what the series offered. Now granted, yes, sometimes the animation may not be on par as a movie would, or maybe like the subtext and the subtitles and the dubs aren't as good, but hey, you still have to respect your childhood, because to a lot of us out there actually, this is our childhood reborn in a modern generation. So if you're gonna be, you know, splurging around Dragon Ball saying Dragon Ball sucks, you guys can just take your heads, stick it in the oven, and set that shit to broil, because you have no idea what you're talking about, first and foremost. Because those people out there that want to talk so much shit about, oh well, Dragon Ball Super is recapping the movie, they're recapping the movies for a very specific reason. So because they're building off of what's gonna happen next. Go read the Toyotaro mangas and see it for yourself, man. They're going based off of so much. For example, the post-fight sequence with Goku, Vegeta, and Golden Frieza is going to have a giant effect on what happens on planet Beerus once Goku and Vegeta train and they become Super Saiyan God Super Saiyans, because Whis clearly points out that just because they defeated Golden Frieza does not mean that they're still strong enough to compare to the gods and stuff. So you guys have to understand that there's so much more meaning to what's going on right now than the whole, oh well, they're just recapping the movies. Yeah, they're recapping the movies, but it's for a very specific reason, and they're telling the stories in a much different way. For example, right, pure example, they're showcasing Gotenks coming back in Resurrection F, and they never really had Gotenks in the Resurrection F movie. So within the entirety of the Battle of Gods fight between Goku and Beerus, they showed off more depth as to how strong they were every single time they fought. They were gonna shatter the entire universe, man. And then you got people out there that are just talking so much shit, saying, oh well, if I was directing that episode, I would do it this way. Of course we would. Every single person here would have their own little unique way of how they would do Dragon Ball Super. But again, you can't just shit on the entire series just because it's not going the way you want it to. You also have to understand that me, myself, as a man, I could learn to agree to disagree with so many of you guys, because there have been so many times where I asked you guys for your opinions, and your opinions would differ from mine, and I respect that. I respect your opinion. When I would ask you guys, like, what are your overall thoughts, you guys would share something, and I definitely respect it. But I cannot stand the people that would automatically say, well, Dragon Ball sucks, this was the worst episode ever, why am I watching this, oh my god, I can't believe people are still watching this, lol. Like, it makes no sense to me. It's like people like that are either trolling, and I really hope that they are trolling, because you can't just watch this and not appreciate it and like it for what they're doing. And granted, there was one guy actually that I saw in my comment section. I did the review for Dragon Ball Super episode 21, and he was in the comment section, and he was like, I really don't understand why people are watching Dragon Ball Super. It's nothing special. Like, all I want Dragon Ball Super to be is all about fights and more fights. The only reason why I watch Dragon Ball Super is to witness all the epic fights. I get that. I get the fact that Dragon Ball built itself off of the epic fights, but Dragon Ball, the entire series, is not based off of just fights. I think every other YouTuber, I think everyone in the community will agree with me when I say Dragon Ball is not only based off of fights. It's character development, it's story, it's the emotion that goes into the story, it's the dialogue, it's the interaction, it's the post-fight drama that happens, all the shit talking, all of the egotistical comments that are made between both parties. Like Dragon Ball isn't just fights, and when the fights do happen, you can rest assured that they are epic. Anybody out there who's not enjoyed the fights thus far in Dragon Ball Super is crazy. And yes, I'm calling you crazy if you haven't enjoyed the fights, because the choreography, the animation behind it, it's very interesting, it's very unique. Now, you can't go based off of the original Dragon Ball stuff to now, because it's a different generation, it's different technology, so of course things are going to be a little different. But the fights that have been going on now and the fights that are coming later down the road are going to be epic. They're going to be so epic, and I'm talking about this subject right now from the pure passion of my heart, because I respect and I love my childhood so much that Dragon Ball was a huge part of that. And more often than not, I see so many people just like, well, this episode was so boring, it was just talk. Well, you also have to understand that the original Dragon Ball series with Master Roshi and Krillin and Goku, that was all talk. I mean, for example, right prior to the whole Jackie Chun sequence when he entered the tournament, like, most of that was just like talking. It was Goku going off on an adventure with Bulma to find the Dragon Balls, the Greater Zuru appearing and stuff. It wasn't all, you know, fist punching each other, kicking each other in the face kind of action. It was just story development, it was build up, and then finally when we got into the World Martial Arts Tournament with Jackie Chun and stuff, it paid off tremendously. So this Battle of Gods arc, Resurrection F arc, God of Destruction Tournament arc, it's all going to pay off later down the road. And first and foremost, if you're a Dragon Ball fan and you hate Dragon Ball Super, then you're not appreciating the generosity that these companies are doing and giving into creating a new series, because Dragon Ball has ended, what, back in 1999, 1996, somewhere around there. And then after that, after Dragon Ball GT, we didn't get shit. We barely got something. We were lucky enough to get anything at all. And now that we actually have something, some people out there, not everyone, some people, the Dragon Ball haters, those are the people that are just like, man, I'm a Dragon Ball fan, but I don't like the series. Why? Like, why? Like, are you still stuck on GT? Are you still stuck on, like, the original? Like, let's move on here. Let's appreciate what we're getting now, dude. We got 2 movies. We have a brand new series, which nobody out there thought would happen. I mean, come on. Let's be realistic here. How many people out there thought that there was going to be a new series coming in 2015? None of us did. I mean, I remember making predictions talking about how there is going to be a new series in the future, but I didn't think it was going to come this soon. So I love Dragon Ball Super, despite all of the time loops, despite everything else. Again, I'm telling you guys right now, there is no other anime out there that is perfected to the T. Again, Bikini Warriors, Death Note, you have Attack on Titan, you have Strike the Blood, you have Kiss X Sis, you have Hunter x Hunter, you have Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto. You have so many shows out there. Name one show that is just perfect to the T. There is not one. Full Metal Optimist, there is no other anime out there that's perfect. But the fan bases for those respective animes still love and appreciate and respect what they get, because essentially it's what they love. And I myself love Dragon Ball, and again, I don't have a problem with people out there who criticize Dragon Ball. Just don't criticize it to the point where you're just a fake ass fan, because there are fake fans out there. They're just like, oh, I love Dragon Ball Super, but I hate the series. It's like, wait, what? Like, what does that even mean? Like, again, I understand that people would do the series differently. I myself would change up some things, like, for example, explain how Frieza became golden and all that stuff. You guys know the drift. And I'm pretty sure if I would ask you guys, which I'm gonna right now, how would you guys write off Dragon Ball in your own opinion? And you know what? People have been doing that with their own fan-made mangas. You have Dragon Ball Multiverse, you have Dragon Ball AF, you have Dragon Ball New Age, you have Dragon Ball Mystic Force, you have so many Dragon Ball fan-made mangas out there, you know, War of the Gods and stuff. You have so many other mangas out there that were written by fans, and I appreciate that. Despite how people would feel about certain characters returning and all that kind of stuff, you know, people have their own ways of expressing their feelings, but what I really can't stand are the Dragon Ball haters that hate the entirety of Dragon Ball. Like, that's the one thing that I cannot stand, because, dude, why are you hating on the one anime that has inspired other animes to be what they are today? I mean, let's face it, Dragon Ball is the most famous and well-known anime ever. Like, ever. You can ask a casual person out there who Goku is. More likely than not, they're gonna know who he is. Dragon Ball has had an influence all throughout the world. At WrestleMania with The Rock and Ronda Rousey from MMA, from the UFC, rocking a Vegeta shirt. You have celebrities like Chris Brown, who has a tattoo of Goku on his lower leg. That's fucking awesome. Dragon Ball has that influence. So I respect the Dragon Ball fans. I love the Dragon Ball fans. I love my Dragon Ball subscribers. I love all the other bigger YouTuber communities. I love the entire community in and of itself. So many friends I have met over the past couple of months that share the same viewpoint. You know, I respect everyone except those that just belittle Dragon Ball to the T. And I'm not talking about those who are just like, oh, I can't stand it. Fine, if you can't stand it, you have your own opinion on why. But the people that are just like consistently just trashing Dragon Ball, oh, Goku's like Superman. What the hell? Goku's not like Superman, not even in the least. Don't even let me bring that up, because like, trust me, that right there can go on forever. So people more often than not, they want to talk about, oh, Goku is the most unbeatable character. He's just like Superman. Oh, they're trying to make it seem like Dragon Ball is the greatest anime ever, blah, blah, blah. Like, people shit on Dragon Ball a lot more often than not. You can go out there and you can find it yourself. You know, I respect every other anime. I love every other anime, even though I haven't watched every single anime. The ones that I have watched, I appreciate them. I'll never say, oh, it sucks and shit. Hell no, because you watch it for a reason. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't just go on ahead and just completely bash it to the depths of hell. You know what I'm saying? So I love Dragon Ball. If you guys don't like Dragon Ball, it's your opinion. It's the way you feel, and I'm never gonna look down on you for that. But if you're gonna completely trash Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, Toei Animation, Bandai Namco, Funimation, the YouTubers that help make this, myself, it's just like, damn, what's the problem here? You know what I'm saying? So if you are a hater of Dragon Ball, let me know why. Please let me know why, because I would love to know why you guys hate on Dragon Ball. In particular, Dragon Ball Super. I understand if it has to do with something that relates to animation or the music or whatever, but aside from that, there has to be something else that you hate about the series, or just cannot stand it at all. And I would really like to know why. And if you guys love Dragon Ball Super, also let me know why do you love it, because some people will love it based off of how they're doing the fights, how they're doing the story depth, character development with certain characters and stuff. Let me know down below, everybody. I would really like to know. Once again, shout out to the entire community. Much love to the entire community and the fan base, of course. Dragon Ball, I am hoping that, you know, just goes to new heights and new levels next year, the year beyond that, and just, you know, for the foreseeable future, of course, because I myself am just very proud to be a part of this, and I love Dragon Ball so much. It's my childhood, you know, so I would like to know why. And surprisingly enough, some people were like, oh, Dragon Ball GT is way better than this. If you guys think that Dragon Ball GT is better than Dragon Ball Super, I respect your opinion. Of course, everybody has their flavor of the month, but I would like to know why you also feel that Dragon Ball GT is better than Dragon Ball Super. I would also like to know why you feel like Dragon Ball Super should end, because you'd be surprised on how many people out there are just like, man, this series should die. And you know, some people are just saying that, oh well, the series sucks because Gohan was once considered the most powerful and now he's made out to be a weakling. That's why the entire show sucks, because it's not based on Gohan. And then there are other people out there talking about, well, the series sucks because, you know, it's just surrounding Goku and Vegeta again, and it's always about them. And I would like to see someone like, you know, Tien and Krillin have their moments and stuff. Every character is going to have their moments to shine, but for you to like completely disrespect the franchise, it's kind of like, why are you insulting the franchise? Like, for what reason? It just because it's not going your way? Again, I appreciate and I respect your opinion. I'm gonna highly disagree when you say Dragon Ball Super sucks, because as of right now, everything that they've been doing has been amazing. So yeah, sure, again, Dragon Ball has had its flaws. Dragon Ball Super also has had its flaws. But again, name one anime that's perfect from beginning to end. There is not one. There is not one. And if there is, someone out there is going to refute that. Someone out there is going to say, well, you think this is the anime that's perfect? Well, here's why it's not. And stuff. I'm not saying Dragon Ball Super is perfect, but it's far better than how some people are making it out to be. Just look at it from a different standpoint, man. Let me know what you guys think down below, guys. Once again, thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe for all the latest news, information, updates, reviews, and what if battles. If you guys agree with me, if you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button. If you guys didn't agree, well, let me know down below. I would like to know why. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Once again, please help share the video. It really helps support the franchise. So once again, thank you all for watching. Tune in for more, and I'll be seeing you all later, guys. Take it easy. Have a great day. Peace.